A-Rod was taking PEDs and A-Rod's masking, and then A-Rod's solution was to attack Major League Baseball, which is never a good idea because Major League Baseball with these investigations, they're like reporters. You're not going to win. Reporters always have the last word. MLB always has the last word.
Well, they're good with it. They have good reporters there.
So it was, then it was he finally decided, all right, you know what, I'm just going to take the suspension. I'm going to be good. And he came back and he had one great season, and then he was done.
Yeah, and then he was over. I got to give him credit. He's rehabbed himself very well. People don't talk about
A-Rod's everywhere now.
He's on the cover of Fortune or something.
Wow.
I think I got that one.
He's doing obviously
TV,
baseball announcing for ESPN and for Fox.
Yeah.
He's doing Shark Tank now too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Crazy.
Not every episode.
And he's still dating J-Lo.
Good for him. If we can get 2 decent years out of Robinson Cano, 36 and 37, maybe a playoff run out of it.
That's what they're looking. I mean, the Mets right now.
I'll take that as a Mets fan. But you know what? Why do I fear this might be like a George Foster deal? You pay him way after his prime.
That's what a lot of Met fans are fearing, that it's a George Foster deal. It's a Jason Bay deal. It's, when the Mets get guys from the American League, it's a Roberto Alomar deal, Carlos Baerga. When they get older guys from the American League, those guys come to Flushing to die. It's like a big elephant caravan. And the Mets have had very little luck with deals like this in the past. And I understand what Van Wagenen is doing. And like I said, there are elements to this deal that I like. I just think that he gave up too much. I really wish, like I said before, I wish he could have done the deal without Kelenic being involved. If he could have done that, I would love this deal for the Mets, even with the Cano contract that we know is going to be onerous and is going to be an albatross for at least those last 2 years.
Yep.
But if it worst comes to worst, you pay Cano off, you unload him, and then you move on from there.
But then you get Diaz, and he's got
Diaz is
the
special.
Reason. This is the reason
he is special, and the Mets haven't had a closer like him in I don't even know how long.
I know.
You can't say Juris Familia was like that. You can't say Jerry Mejia was like that. Any of the closers for the last 5 years or so for the Mets, none of them have been what this guy is. And I can only imagine that he's going to get better just based on his age. 57 saves last season. Just like I said, everybody who I read, every pundit and baseball people just talk about how this guy's stuff is electric. So that aspect of it is great for the Mets. But like I said, they need at least 2 other relievers because their bullpen last season was a complete disaster.
Yes.
So to get one guy and to get a closer, that's great. But you still need at least, you need an 8th inning guy and you need a 7th inning guy. And you need 2 reliable people. So does that mean the Mets might go after Andrew Miller? I don't know. But now they're freeing up a little money, getting rid of Swarzak and getting rid of Jay Bruce.
Right.
So in the immediate, in the here and now,
we should say, even though it's not affecting the money as much, Wilmer Flores was let go too.
That saves the Mets about $4.5 million.
Well, that's not really a lot, is it?
It is. It is when you're trying to construct a bullpen and you're trying to free up money. I read somewhere that right now the Mets, I think their payroll is at around $120 million, and last year it was about $145, $150. So in theory, the Mets have about $30 million to spend after this trade.
Well, I hope so.
So
they
that being the case,
they have to spend. They need this. I think about the possibilities of last year, and how it's just all blown away. We're going to take a break right now. You're listening to From the Press Box right here on 90.3 WHPC, the voice of Nassau Community College. We're streaming on the iHeartRadio app, also on the TuneIn app, and of course it all starts at nccradio.org. Tim, you're on Twitter at
Real Tim Leonard.
All hit music.
For all those songs radio has forgotten about, join me, Big Ed, Mondays from 10 a.m. till noon for The Good Gold Show. We'll bring back all the great hits of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and more. The sounds of doo-wop to disco, all the Motown, soul, and great rock and roll. We'll even take your requests and dedications to The Good Gold Show.
Music.
On the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app.
Okay.
Go.
Tell your friends about the Nassau Morning Madhouse. Hear what you're missing.
Check it out.
Check it out.
I'm going to quiz you on how well do you know women?
I don't really know myself.
We're a complicated creature.
Hello, ladies. By puberty, how many eggs does the average female hold?
50?
Hold on. I'm going with, I want to say 2, but I want to say 3.
Okay. Nicole, you say 50, and Michelle, you say 2 or 3.
Wait, now you're making me feel stupid.
Don't give yourself the point, sweetheart, because you are wrong as hell.
Ooh, what is it?
300,000. Shows how much you know about your body.
Nassau Morning Madhouse. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9. On the voice of Nassau Community College.
90.3 WHPC.
Hello, this is Uwe Riggers, host of the German Hit Parade. Tune in every Monday evening at 7 to hear many of the most popular German recording artists of the past 60 years. Hört euch die schönen Lieder an. During our 60-minute show, you will also hear about the latest events in the German-American community, and you will never know who may turn up live at our studios or at what event we may turn up live. So tune in every Monday evening at 7 for the German Hit Parade on the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC.
We're back here on From the Press Box on 90.3 WHPC, the voice of Nassau Community College. Well, give me some lovin'. Give me all your lovin', I should say, in the background. ZZ Top. So, brother, we talked about the Mets. First time we talked about the Mets as the lead story. Since, I guess,
It's been a long time.
It's been a while. I think when DeGrom won the Cy Young, maybe. But before that, it was probably just complaining about him, as we often do. By the way, the number to call us is at 516-572-7440. We're also on Facebook Live right now, though we're having problems with my phone, but it's working. And also, the show becomes a podcast later on Spreaker, also on the iHeartRadio app, and also on iTunes. So if you miss our show, you want to listen to it that way, you can listen to it that way. Just type in From the Press Box, and you'll pick it up. Okay, brother, we talked about the Mets. I want to talk about the Islanders quickly because I was at the game Saturday.
Where was that game, brother?
It was at, well, technically, it's called NYCB Live.
So it was at the Nassau Coliseum, is what you're saying?
At the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. I did the Rob Leonard thing for getting tickets in my older age.
Let's not expand
just
on that.
quickly just say how I do it. You go to, the game was basically sold out, even though there were tickets in the lower bowl that were not, there was a whole couple of rows.
Yes, bro.
So anyway, so what you do is you go down and you say, I want one ticket. You don't pay more than the cost. And what you do is you just, if someone says, hey, I got this ticket, but I want double the price, you just say, thanks, walk away. And if you don't get a ticket, either you go to the Marriott to watch the game across the street, or you go home and watch it.
Grab a beer or two.
Yeah, whatever. So
drink responsibly.
I got lucky. I got a ticket that was, I couldn't believe it was listed $323, but I got it for a much cheaper price. And I never sat next to the guy because I didn't really like him.
He was a little shady.
Remember we in '96, that guy from Baltimore we sold a ticket to on the subway
For the World Series?
Yeah, remember that guy?
He became your best friend.
He bought us beers all night.
He didn't buy it. He bought us one round of beers.
No, he bought us two.
I don't remember that.
I got two. Anyway, he was so happy because I walked up to him and said, today's your lucky day. He had a sign that said, I need one ticket. I said, walk with us, because I didn't want to look like we were selling it.
Right.
Because then you can get in trouble. But if you walk in and then he gives you the money, well, you can't get in trouble.
Right.
So that's what I did. Well, I didn't do it with that guy. So anyway, that's the first time in the Coliseum since the rebuild or whatever the hell they did.
Yes, 2015.
I'll be honest with you, brother. They didn't do much. The outside is...
my brother's constant criticism of arenas continues.
Well, the Barclays is not my favorite, as you know.
Yes, I know.
So anyway, the one thing they have to do on the line for food, they have to put some TVs of the game on. They did not have one.
There's no place to watch while you're waiting for food?
No.
Oh, that's idiotic.
And they have 3 screens that these HD sets can be cut into corners.
Right.
Quarters.
Right.
And they can easily put at least one of the quarters, I should say, as the game. And they didn't. They have to fix that.
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
No, in an HD set you can make
But
it.
where are these sets?
They're in there. They have the food prices on them instead of having it. It's a screen.
That's just dumb. So they have all the prices for food, but you can't see the game
Right.
while you're waiting for
while
food.
you're waiting for food.
Fix it, Coliseum.
And then they
or
brought back
NYCB, whatever.
they brought back the walk around on the upper level and the around the rink. They used to have seats there.
Yeah, that we were talking about this before we came on the air, and my brother was telling me that there is now a walkway in between
Which they used to have.
in between the first row and the glass.
Yeah, I was
which
like, wow.
which makes Nassau Coliseum, as far as I know, the only hockey arena in the NHL that has a walkway between the glass and the first row. First row needs to be right on the glass, so you can have the idiots banging on the glass, which I hate, by the way.
Right.
But it adds to the atmosphere of the game.
Right, and
To have people walking around there is ridiculous, because if I paid that much for a seat, I don't want morons walking in front of me. I'd be like, get out of here.
That's the
take
way
a
it
walk,
is.
take a hike, go up the steps.
Well,
get out of my way. I'm trying to watch a game.
I agree, but that was there, and I was disappointed by that. The Islanders won over the Blue Jackets 3-2.
How about
Third
those
period,
Islanders?
the Islanders played horrible. The third period, I thought they were going to lose. But it was
Casey Cizikas,
oh my God, he was
the one-timer
Yep.
from who was it? From Ryan Pulak.
Yeah.
Went around the goal.
Yep.
Took it
Such a
around.
great goal.
Came through. Zipped the pass, and Cizikas right there banged it in.
Yeah.
3-2.
Afterwards, Barry Trotz was they had the press conference on, and he goes, that upper deck, the group of people in the upper deck, they're really good. They really helped us. And that's for those who don't know, it's section. Well, it used to be section 329, but now it's section 229. They changed all the names.
Now it's better seats.
Now it's better seats because of the numbers. And you know what someone did? Someone took a piece of paper and they put instead of 2, they put a 3 over it.
Nice.
And by the end of the game,
Fans know the roots.
Yeah, they know it. So it was a pretty cool thing. I have to say that Laura Curran, our Kern County executive, was at the game. I saw her.
Of course she was.
And also,
I'm sorry, I'd be getting free tickets too.
noted WHPC, Jacob Volk was there also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I saw him there. Talked to him for a
He
little
probably
while.
got free tickets too.
No, he didn't get
No?
to.
All right, well, are we
I
sure
saw-
about that?
Yes, it's actually
Taking advantage.
Section
You
117.
know who else was there, brother?
Who?
Clark Gillies,
Clark Gillies. Well,
Bobby
they had
Nystrom,
Eddie Westfall.
and the original captain,
Right.
Eddie Westfall. All
Yeah.
were in attendance,
Yeah, and
along with you and Rob Tuck.
Rob Tuck and Corey, his son, was there. And one thing, they just changed it. You just told me about this. They changed the Maple Leafs game from Barclays Center to the Coliseum.
I have all the latest news for you, brother.
And
all
they
the
were
latest news
already
right here.
starting. Tavares sucks. JT sucks. Throughout the game, people had 91 jerseys.
Uh-huh.
And
With what, a circle and a slash through it?
well, they had one guy had that. A kid had he put Goring over it, which Butch Goring was 91 before.
Yeah, Butchie.
JT. Another one put Pajama Boy.
Oh my God! That's because when Tavares left,
He told that story.
He talked about sleeping
in his
in
pajamas.
Maple Leafs pajamas on
Yes.
Maple Leaf sheets while he was growing up.
Yeah,
That's
and-
funny. That's a good one. I like
Yeah,
that.
I like that one too.
I gotta like that.
There was a couple of more that just had the no sign, the circle, and the slash.
slash, yeah.
So to me, you know what? The Islanders are playing better without him. As much as I like JT and I thought he was great for the Islanders,
It's a more balanced team. We've talked about it
yeah,
before.
so it's a better team.
It forces guys to take more accountability because not having that one-star player
Yep.
means that you can't just sit back and wait for him to do it. And I think the Islanders had gotten some of them. You don't even realize it's happening when it does happen. But guys kind of take the attitude of, well, if I didn't get it done, well, JT will get it done.
yeah, and a lot of times he did.
Now he can't. Now JT's not going to get it done
Nope,
for you.
nope.
So you have to find a way to get it done. Otherwise, your team's going to be lousy.
Right.
And the Islanders have enough younger players and developing guys where, you look at a guy like Matthew Barzal, you look at a guy like Anthony Beauvillier, who had a goal against Columbus.
Well, the Columbus goalie was fantastic.
Yeah.
He had some great saves.
Yeah.
You know what I like about the team and watching the game in the there live. You see things differently when you watch
Yeah,
on
of
the
course.
game. This is a young, fast team,
Yeah.
but the defense was pretty good too. So,
Well, that's improving. That's Barry Trott's influence.
yeah, Barry was Barry said in the press conference